got here? I think we clocked in. People should be able to hear me. Yeah, we are. Hey, what's going on, party people? Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. It's definitely a pleasure to have you here. I go by the name of Lee Sweet. I am a spiritual healer. And basically, as a spiritual healer, what I do pretty much is that I help people to become mentally and emotionally balanced. And that whole idea of, you know, helping you to become fully balanced is to allow you to attain your higher state of consciousness. It's for you to become the Christ. Ultimately, in other words, as a spiritual healer, I hold the mirror of knowledge so you could see yourself in it. You see what I'm saying? So you can see how good you look. You know what I'm saying? Don't be ashamed of yourself, baby. Look at them. And then if you got to fix a couple things, you know what I'm saying? You just make yourself better. Because ultimately, this is what this is. This is you expressing a better version of yourself. And that's what growth is all about. But anyway, I think I was getting a little bit ahead of myself here. Um, but going back to essentially what I do, that's what I do. And when I'm talking about being emotionally balanced, pretty much I help people to understand what emotions are. And then at that point, for you to understand the pattern, because there's a pattern, meaning many other emotions are interacting. There's always conflict. Every time this is just the nature of everything. So then within your emotions, there are conflicts. There is a pattern. They are interacting with one another. So then you would have to understand at this point, not just your what your emotions are, but to identify that pattern or even to create it. I mean, that's the goal. That's when you own your fucking emotions. And then like you're being triggered just because someone said something or just because of anything. So you having a better, grasp on yourself pretty much. But for you to do that, again, I mean, that's the goal. Then when you become emotionally balanced, in addition to that, I mean, again, I was saying that to say, when I'm referring to becoming emotionally balanced, it's you having an understanding of it and applying that knowledge to it as well. Then you're being able to, let's just say, to refute or to transmute. That's the word I was looking for. Transmuting your emotions, meaning now you're able to, have, a better handle, changing your emotion, mastering yourself. Another way, healing your emotions or healing yourself. Because, the healer heals itself. I had to heal myself now for me to show you how I did it. You know what I'm saying? But again, you're gonna have to walk that path. But anyway, essentially that's what I meant by being emotionally balanced. Now, in addition to that, I also help you to become mentally balanced. Now, when we're talking about being mentally balanced, we're talking about at this point, you understanding how your mental works. I mean, shit, like how else can it be balanced? But most importantly, how else would you be in control of it if you don't understand that? And people who don't understand that, that's what you would call the zombies, right? Or you're not conscious. The masses, the peasants, whatever term that is used for them, the deads or the living deads, right? Because they have a breath, but yet, you know, their consciousness has not been awakened. The energy's in them, but it seems like, that other aspect of them has not kicked in. I mean, that's what you're doing by becoming conscious too. You are activating that other aspect of you. That's that connection between your higher self and your lower self. They have to become one. And that is also your true identity too. I mean, you get to explore so many aspects of you. Oh my God. But anyway, that's for later. This is for the elders. You know what I'm saying? This is for elders. You got to pay your dues first. But anyway, going back to you understanding your mental, you have to understand how you've been trained to think. In other words, you got to see the bullshit around you. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? If you don't see the bullshit around you, you part of the bullshit. It is what it is, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You are part of it, and not to be part of it. That's you got to see it. That's why, and you always got to have the bigger picture, not a one-sided perspective. But anyway, that's why I always tell people. Then at that point, then you would have to understand how is society shaping your mind. How are you being trained to think? Are these beliefs serving yourself? Do you see what I'm saying? And that's when now you have to become the master. What you're doing at this point, you adapting the beliefs that is serving you. That's what makes you the creator. And that's the God you gotta seek. That's why they tell you seek for the kingdom of God. But truly it's seeking for yourself. Because we're gonna talk about some shit tonight. You know what I'm saying? So as you see in the title, man, it's the form, the formless. And that's how you transcend matter too, by the way. You go through it, and then there's nothing. But you gotta go through it though. It's, and then it was all smoke, nigga. But you gotta go through it though. You gotta go through it. So that's why I always tell people your culture is something else. It's a set of beliefs. That's why your culture, everybody's culture is biased. You know what I'm saying? Yours always gonna be the best, nigga. You got it. Private, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So it's and I talk about this too. In our culture, our understanding of love is marriage. Then in the same culture, when you get married, you want to get a divorce. It's not because you don't love them. Guess what? Half. What this is saying, nigga, like you don't have to love somebody to get married. So love and married is not the same. But in our culture, I'm just showing you in our set of beliefs, we already creating like you. It's like we blinded ourselves to ourselves in our culture. It's like you create a fantasy so you don't even see the fantasy that's taking place in front of you. Fuck, like it's I don't know. I don't know, man. But also the power of the mind too. That's why we have created what is called the matrix. The matrix is created out of your mind, believe it or not, but of your lesser self. That's why when we understand this, you embrace it all. The minute you separate anything, you already you lost. You you know what I'm saying? You missed the target. But anyway, going back to the whole marriage thing, but yet it is a contract. That's why maybe it's not a bad idea to have somebody negotiate your contract. See? And that's what a fucking arranged marriage is. You know what I'm saying? This shit is too goes beyond just love, man. Or love may go beyond it too, depending on how you're looking at it. But the bottom line is this, though: it's not love, nigga. Just because you marry somebody doesn't mean, yo, I'm in love. No, but we see it that way. We talk about it. Well, if he loves you, where's your ring? Come on, you're playing yourself. We have created those patterns, those realities. That's why people are talking about it. People are acting. I mean, the whole world is created that. A whole misunderstanding, a whole whatever the fuck illusion. It's like you guys are adding on to it. Well, you are the creator. But anyway, going back to the whole wedding shit, I mean marriage shit, it has nothing to do with it. But because of our culture, we act that way. We have a set of beliefs, and then that create a set of action too. And that's the world that you have fucking created. Energy, action, thoughts, and then what I'm saying, reality. I think I'm going in. You know what I'm saying? I normally don't go too far, that far in. You know what I'm saying? You must be in for a treat tonight. Because I normally take it light. But hey, it is what it is. Now my niggas that are coming back. Yeah, so let me just summarize this real quick. So, already you can see how important it is to, have to become mentally balanced because, it gives you a better you. You have a better grasp and understanding of you. And in addition to that, you got to have your emotions too. Because as we all know, let's just say when a nigga fall in love, his thinking is not thinking normal, right? So your emotions does impact. So that's why they got to come together. You know what I'm saying? That's when you be like, man, girl, you fine as fuck, but I got to let you go. You know what I'm saying? Man, dude, you know what I'm saying? I met a couple of beautiful eyes, man. Like, yeah, only if you had your mind right. You know what I'm saying? Why have you done this to you? Man, me, you're not treating yourself right. You know what I'm saying? What you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna treat me good either. But also, you start looking at reality from a different perspective too. That's why you have to tap into yourself. But anyway, we're gonna talk about all that. We're gonna talk about all that because, as you see in the title, we'll be talking about. In other words, it's just you and more. The form of the formless. It's like there's no limitation to you, although you appear. It's like you embody both sides. I mean, if both it is both sides of you. Anyway. Whew, I just had to get it off my chest. Apparently, you know what I'm saying? I had to get it off my chest, baby. Mm, that was a fully loaded one, right? Yeah. But anyway, we'll talk about that. So essentially, that's what I do as a spiritual healer, and that's that. Now, with that being said, my niggas, come on now. Oh, bring that shit in, baby. You already know. If you're coming back, it's always a pleasure. Listen, I'm glad to have you. Now, with no further, I mean, ah, with no further ado, motherfuckers, let's do what we do, all right? So, it's always a holy communion. We gotta talk some shit. Let's Let's do it. Let's love each other. Let's make each other look better. I'm all for it. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? In fact, you know what I'm saying? That's the duty. I mean, that's what I chose. That's what I came here to do. I'm just taking accountability on my end. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And but most importantly, is to let you know that you're definitely in good hands. So now, this is the part where you know what I'm saying, because we got some other shit to talk about. So now, if this is your first time, again, welcome. Like I talk about, and as part of my process, right, I always like to take some time and talk about spirituality for a second, because everything that will be coming out of my mouth, let's just say, if you want to label it, my philosophy, my ways of looking at shit, it all stems from spirituality. I mean, so I think it's only fair. You know what I'm saying? It's only fair. Like, listen, I'm showing you, you know what I'm saying, not only what I look like and how I did it and where I got it from. You know what I'm saying, nigga? Come on now. You know what I'm saying? That's why you're gonna have to put in that work for yourself. But that's a whole different conversation. But it needed to be said though. Do you feel me? Somebody had to say it. I'm saying. So now, so that way you understand, because spirituality now, of course, I mean, it's the foundation of what I'm talking about here. Now, let's talk about some of the biggest misconception when it comes to spirituality, right? A lot of people sometimes when we talk about spirituality, you always feel like, and that's the number one thing that I've seen, and that is clear to me too. Due to ignorance, you always feel like shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like this nigga must, you know what I'm saying? I might be going some through how do you call that? Midlife crisis and shit. Because spirituality is not part of your ordinary shit. It's not part of your reality. In other words, you were never trained to look at spirituality as part of your life. And because due to that ignorance, now when you or anybody's talking about spirituality, now you're like, all right, I mean, that's some shit that's, you don't even feel like you fucking related to it. That shit's strange. Now, whereas if we're talking about Sunday football, you know what I'm saying? Or let's just say we're talking about a game. I mean, that's more of you feel like, you know what I'm saying, due to your limited consciousness. Do you see what I'm saying? So you don't see how what connection you have with fucking spirituality unless if it's a motherfucker, let's just say, you know what I'm saying, he probably had too much to drink. Yeah, this nigga, hey, that's how he chooses to live his life. Like he got shit to do with it. That's it. That's his choice. Again, because you're looking at it as something that's outside of you. And damn, that's the make like that's ignorance. And of course, because you don't know who you are. So when I'm talking about spirituality, man, it's your fucking life. It's you. Bring the shit out of here. It's you, motherfucker. I'm saying it's you. I wanted to make sure you heard me, motherfucker. It's you, bitch. Nobody else. You taking the shit, scratching your balls, killing people, loving people, and all that shit. It's all you. Now, spirituality now is telling you those tales, and also about humanity, which is yourself. And then, in addition to that, the, we also give you the manual too. Now that's what you will call the occult. In the sense, now they dealing with those sacred texts, those esoteric wisdom, as they call it. It's the wisdom or the type of knowledge that you got to tap into yourself a little bit more to understand it. That's why the occult is dealing with the with your hidden side. It simply means the side of you that is not visible, but we all know that fucking exists. That's why some of the basic occultist shit would be to start you off with you understanding that you have a conscious mind, and guess what else you got? A subconscious mind. Oh shit. Now you know where your brain is, and your mind could be somewhere around there. Now, in addition to that, you have a subconscious mind, nigga. So essentially, that type of knowledge is just giving you a deeper understanding of who you are. That's why you got to fuck with the occult. And it's also called the hermetic, anything sealing, what I'm saying, concealed type of knowledge. The idea behind it, it's not like it's hidden from you, like nobody wants you to have access to it. At one point, I mean, I do get it. We do have what is called back in the days, the Kemet days, the mystery schools, and I understand. Not casting pearls before swine. In fact, if you know anything, because my background, man, listen, I early on, my love was in philosophy. We're talking about as a very young buck, like talking about 3 years old. Literally, nigga. And I'm not capping neither. Listen, man, as soon as I touched ground on this motherfucker, man, I started putting the work in. I know was not a game for me. I knew, listen, man, I was always wanted to sit among the elders. I always wanted to get the wisdom, man. I wouldn't stop for nothing. By 7, 8, I was reading like a motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? I always been a prodigy that was neglected, though. You know what I'm saying? They trying to tell me what I'm not. They're trying to fuck up my vision. You must be crazy, nigga. Like I need your validation. Like I don't know what's taking place with me. Like I don't know who I am, nigga. You out of your mind, man. No, you wish I don't know who I am. Come on now. That was random. So I had to let some niggas know, man. Mm-hmm. Because as part of this growth, or again, with this being your spiritual life, because your humanity is your spirituality. With this being your spiritual life, well, your growth is gonna have to take place in this life. Meaning, the shit you go through with your mother, with your parents. Those are the shit that you're gonna have to learn how to heal. Those are the shit that you gotta do the shadow work. But all that shit is internal work. It comes with a certain amount of consciousness and understanding. So again, when we're talking about spirituality, telling you to doing your shadow work, all that shit, that is your fucking regular life. Now, for you to truly heal yourself, nigga, you got to do your shadow work. So we're giving you the best knowledge and how for you to become the best version of you. The nigga who's scratching his ass as I'm smoking my shit. Come on, man. Peace to the gods, man. Because I feel like I felt like they're coming through. Peace to the God. We here, baby. We here. So looking at spirituality as something that's outside of you, man, it's pure ignorance. It's like, wow, how did you go this low? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, my nigga. I mean, how did you go this low, man? You're not paying attention to anything about you, huh? Are you? Can't think. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you might have to do a do-over, baby. You're not asking questions in class? Huh? You're not taking notes, nigga? Come on, man. You're not even reading. What are you doing to you? And that's truly how you either become successful or failure. I'm successful, baby. No shame in my game, nigga. Listen, man. If you know my background alone, that's my spiritual work. Coming from a family, you know what I'm saying? Like abusive, verbally, and all that shit, man. A lot of you sometimes you become so immune with the fucking abuse, you don't even know if you're being abused or not. That's what I realized, and that's a good 90% of us, man. Like for me, I was always a sensitive nigga, meaning I was hip to game. I'm not gonna let you abuse me, dog. What the fuck? So they couldn't abuse me verbal. I mean, they tried, but but it didn't work in terms of it didn't turn me into what they wanted from me. And that in itself, that's what the spiritual battle is. Then you're gonna have to deal with that. You want to call it the war between the light and the dark or good and evil. It's all gonna take place, nigga. That's part of your growth. That's your understanding. That's you enhancing your consciousness, and that's you also dealing with external shit as you're growing internally. And then, of course, then there's gonna be conflict that will be taking place on the outer world. And it's listen, it's that process. If you know, you know. And that's what the game is all about. So now, as you're doing that, it may look like some human shit, but it's truly, you got to go beyond that. Because for you to do that, for me to do the things that I was able to do, for me to find my beauty or my treasure. And that's what I like about that, the Alchemist book, too. You come back to where you started. It's almost like you did all of that to go back to where you started, but you're not the same. It's that's you knowing who you are. It's like, oh shit, like, oh nigga, get the fuck out of here. You gonna confuse me about what, nigga? Like I see you. What you gonna do? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? And that's what people are trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? He's a wise one. You can't do that to him. They told you that. Or you're so blind you can't see it. And this is all part of your demise. This is all part of your destruction. And you don't even see it. But you live in it though. Oh, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna listen. It's going to it's like the more you don't see it, because you don't know how to cut your loss, the bigger your loss is gonna be, nigga. You never throw rock at the sun, because you'll never reach it. That was random though. You know what I'm saying? It had to be said. Again, this is all part of that transformation too. That's when they tell you, man, if God is on your side, Nigga, you already know you're good for life. And these niggas didn't know that though. To their demise. You know what I'm saying? They set themselves up for failure. They didn't even know it. The minute they tried it. You failed the minute you even thought about it. Or now you're just going through the consequences. How did you understand? You thought you thought you was winning. Man, you were looking at it sideways. Nigga, I wouldn't be a winner. What makes me a winner? Now you used to say it. Now you're going to experience it. Special delivery, baby. Wow. And that's the pure kiss of death, nigga. Ever. You know what I'm saying? You see, that's why I love that's I can't stab nobody in the back, man. There's no pleasure in it. That's for the weak. I gotta look at you while I do it, so you can feel it, nigga. Mm, I'm taking. Woo! I'm loving it. Special delivery. This is me knocking at your door, nigga. Giving you the roses of death, motherfucker. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? We work for the divine, man. You know? But anyway, going back to, going back to what we came here to do, man. Spirituality is your life, baby. And this is all part of the experience too. Everything, all the special deliveries, it all part of the greatness. And in fact, when we talk about Jesus, that's what we're going to delve into tonight. Saying the form of the formless, because that's what Jesus, Muhammad, Hercules, that's what these niggas represented. They represented greatness, pure consciousness, beauty, luxury, quality. They were the embodiment of that. So that's why you cannot, the minute you look at Jesus just from a historical perspective, you're looking at it wrong. And here's something else too. Well, if you want to talk about some historical fact, you got to, Jesus didn't fit the culture that he was in. This nigga was the only nigga that was nigga. Yo, Jesus was the only nigga that was rolling around with 12 other niggas. So let's go historical on some shit. So this nigga, this nigga, yeah, that's how I know this nigga was a nigga too. You know what I'm saying? This nigga, Jesus came out with gangs, nigga. That was a gang right there. You might want to call it the spiritual gang. That's fine. I'll take that. That's a gang right there, man. I don't know if that was Jay, if that was a Crip. I don't know how these niggas used to dress. But already, I'm trying to pinpoint, showing you this nigga was already different. And that difference, though, is to show you like how you are the wolf, right? You never fit into society. So even let's just say from a fucking historical perspective, that's the understanding. That should be part of. You should see that too, right? Obviously, why didn't this nigga follow the same shit the Pharisees were actually doing? I mean, he's the son of God, but this nigga, I know, goddamn. That's what makes him the Son of God. Ah, I love that. But at the same time, God damn, I love that. That one was just for me. I bless myself sometimes. Ah, that's what makes him the Son of God. So to know yourself, that's why you'll never like, you know what I'm saying? That's why you have to walk. You have to go down the road less traveled, baby. Meaning, that's why when you follow the self, you cannot be a people pleaser, man. You can't do it. Can't do it. I don't. It doesn't make sense. Not when I know what's over here. You know what I'm saying? Not when I'm enjoying what's over here. Huh? How you doing? Niggers. It is what it is. I'm just saying, no way, baby. No way. No way. You know what I'm saying? So again, the whole idea of looking at Jesus from a historical perspective, it doesn't even make sense. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? It should make sense for you to. It should make sense for you to understand. It doesn't make sense. Does that make sense? It should make sense enough for you to understand that this doesn't make sense, though. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that you understand it. It has to be more than that. Well, that's why you have the Gnostics now. That's the esoteric Jesus. That's the cosmic Jesus. That's the inner Jesus. Now, this is the Jesus. Let's just say, if you following this Jesus now, eating a bite of his body will change you. He'll become in you, and you become in him. What is that referring to? That energy, that understanding, that consciousness. That's what you must share. That's what you need to adapt. That's how you become born again. This is you attaining a higher consciousness of yourself. So you got to understand Jesus, Muhammad, whoever the fuck, Hercules, whatever. It's just the embodiment of that pure consciousness that is being put in a form. Again, the formless of a form. That's the paradox and the reality that we are, the alpha and the omega. Those two extremities that comes together. This is you. But you got to be awakened to that. When you become that, though, when you become aware of that, the reality is different. I know for me, that's why I could say, oh, death, where's your victory? To become eternal, you have to tap into that internal side of you. And that's the transformation. That is now the knowledge that is being transitioned into a direct experience. That's why the words gotta be made flesh. Whatever you, it has to become a direct live. Like that's why shit, like the words gotta be made flesh. You have to materialize your spirituality, nigga. You gotta go down to go up, or whatever, however the fuck you wanna put it. But it's that connection. That's why Ma'at is the foundation of Kemet, nigga, or African spirituality, which is everything, embodying it all. The yang and the yin, the masculine and the feminine, the visible and the fucking invisible. Life and death. It's all one. And when you embody that, that's how you become the perfect one, the holy man. We're not talking, we're not addressing flaw here. This is on a whole different level. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get your heart to be as light as a feather, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I throw the scale away, nigga. Fuck the scale. Tell 'em. You know what I'm saying? I'm the scale, nigga. But that experience, that knowledge has to become, that's why your scholarship, and here's something else too. Your scholarship, it's gotta transition into it should serve your intuition. I notice a lot of motherfuckers are approaching spirituality with scholarship. You're missing the point. See, scholarship alone means nothing. It's one side. That's like approaching this knowledge and suppressing the fucking emotion or the emotional aspect of it. Because that's what Jesus represented. That's what Jesus brought into, let's just say, the teaching. Isn't it love, nigga? That's how you expand your consciousness. I told them niggas, I'm not gonna let them have my Jesus, nigga. Or if you gonna have Jesus, well, I'm gonna have my own Jesus, nigga. In fact, guess what? A hint. Guess who you looking at? Just a hint, nigga. Oh, so your true essence, it's and when you see it and from that perspective, it's almost like the body doesn't even exist. I'm saying? And it doesn't because there's no spirit. There's no body without a spirit. You feel me? Show me a body that's walking around without a spirit in it, and I'll tell you exactly what that is. That's death. That's transformation. That's you going on to another life. It's just a vessel, man. Why? You know what I'm saying? It's a projection of your consciousness, man. So you know what I'm saying. In fact, when you know how to use it well, that will benefit you a lot. That's why we do your chakra work. You open up your third eye for what? So the light could come in. That's also what you're doing with your chakras too. But now to your chakras, that's a whole different conversation. That one there, listen, man, let's spend some time on that too, man. Those are just not, those are life lessons too. Those are principles too. Do you see what I'm saying? And like, I'll give you a perfect example. To be grounded doesn't necessarily mean to walk bare feet, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the soil could be hot, Nick. You won't be able to be grounded, are you? Okay, you being grounded would have a whole different definition. Now, nigga, come on now. So they always trying to make it seems like it's more of a physical thing. But if your mind is not right, it's not rooted, you're not grounded though. So there's different levels to it. And the thing about the chakra is like, shit, like, I don't know, man. Like I've gone like it got me the understanding of the chakras got me in spaces. Just took me away. Literally took me away. You know what I'm saying? God damn. But just to show you the complexity in it too. But anyway, let's go back to what we're talking about. Right? I'm tripping. So let's go back to Jesus being a gang member. So this nigga didn't even fit his time. You know what I'm saying? He's saying shit that these niggas, you know what I'm saying? Again, but that's why you got to look at it from that perspective, because as you are awakening your potential, because that's all Jesus is. The Jesus in you is you acknowledging the fucking potentials in you. This is you knowing your worth. This is you embracing your qualities. This is all of it. As you're making the connection with your higher and lower self. There's a whole bunch of shit that's taking place in you, nigga. There's a whole transformation. And sometimes I know for me, that transformation was taking place and I was not even aware of it. That's why a certain soul, there's a certain energy that you come in with. You feel me? I know how to land down here, man. It's not my first time. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm not concerned. I'm gonna treat it like I treat anything else, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You'll never catch me shit. I love Earth, nigga. I love Earth, nigga. Now let me know if I'm not conscious, nigga. Nigga, you let me know if I'm not conscious, nigga. Oh my God. Oh man. Hmm. Man. So then when you start looking at it that way, then you understand your growth as you grow in the society that you're in. Because you're gonna have to go through it, baby. We say it all the time. We talk about the chosen ones. We have different names, light worker, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But ultimately, what you're saying is those people who are devoted to themselves in terms of, it might be, you might be one of them watching me. Shit. I mean, I don't see anybody else watching me though. You know what I'm saying? If you're not it, because this conversation is for you too. I mean, not for you too. Like it's specifically for you. This is for the living. You know what I'm saying? This is for the one who are doing the work. Oh, I cherish you, baby. Listen, man, I'm giving you exactly what's needed when it's needed. You know what I'm saying? Listen, when the student's ready, you'll find the master. When the vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just doing my part, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I make sure I do it well. So that way, when it translate, when it's needed, you know, have at it, nigga. You walk. You let them know I'm there for me. You know what I'm saying? You tell them, I love his work because that's what I did too for my ancestors. Come on now, baby. I'm just saying, you don't have to catch it now. Listen, you know what? It don't even matter. When you find out, you find out. And that's what the ancestors does too. They do shit for us out of love. You know what I'm saying? When you wake up to it, come on, baby. You know, like, oh, nigga. You a cold motherfucker, dog. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I look at all the fucking ancestors, man. When you're looking at even niggas like Bobby Hammett, I'll give you a perfect example. Nigga that put that amount of work out there. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. You know what I'm saying? You do not appreciate that. And all the other brothers too, man. Come on, man. Yo, keep going, niggas. I'm saying? I feed off of you too. Come on, yeah. Come on, man. We're all doing God's work, baby. Like there's a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, for me in my, you know, beginning, that contributed to me, the Bobby Hammond, the brother Panic, especially this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because I was very, how can I say this? Logical. So it was only right. But then the growth, the Dr. Lila Africa. Come on now. Whew. Now that niggas. My nigga. You know, I'm gonna do you right, nigga. You're always gonna do you right, nigga. In front of you and behind you, nigga. You get special treatment. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? And thank you too, motherfucker. Thank you, sir. You know what I'm saying? The fucking Sifri Manels. You know what I'm saying? All these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Buying out be low. What's up, mom? You know what I mean? Because hey, man, this is the beauty too. I mean, as the ancestors are coming through, you know what I'm saying, and these niggas too. Because I will deep with these niggas. You see, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, man, all day, every day, the love from, you know what I'm saying, doing what you gotta do. You gotta honor them, man. But that honoring would also comes with a understanding. When you see the manual, just like I was telling you, the work is already out here. There's nothing new under the sun. You just gotta wake up to it. That's it. You're just saying it your way. What? And that's what's gonna make it new too. Because this is your time. This is your legacy. This is listen, man. This is being recorded. This is the Akashic record. It's being made as we speak. I'm live. What I'm live, nigga. Come on, man. That's how I know, man. You can't lie on me, nigga. I got the data right here, nigga. Speaks for itself. I'm like, that's what I tell the heavens, man. You know what I'm saying? It speaks for itself, man. Stop playing. They know. We know. We can clearly see it. Listen, man, find your beauty, find yourself, and you'll see, man. They're waiting on you. You have no idea, man. I had no idea. Then you realize they've been protecting you all this. Like y'all niggas, all this time. You mean to tell me when that I was you? Oh, okay, niggas, come on, bring it in. I told them niggas bring that shit in, niggas. Come on now, we team, nigga. I'm saying, yeah. Now they fucked up. I know, and I can't really unknow what I already know. So I'm rocking with these niggas for life. Told them that too. Come on, man. Like, come on. I mean, there's no way out of it for me. I surrender. That's my gang now, nigga. I surrender to the divine, man. Fuck, you got me fucked up. Man, there's not. I don't see anything else. I look around though. I have looked, and trust me, like, and I see better now too. Obviously, there's nothing else. That's it. See how good my vision is. All right, let me stop. Let me stop. I was on my bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I just had to talk my shit, man. This nigga. Now going back to because there's so much that's being said here, man. Man. But anyway, now going back to what are we talking about here? The whole embodiment of pure consciousness, which is what you need to attain, right? And as you're doing that, just the way they embody it, you need to embody that. That's why the word's got to be made flesh. It has to become your reality. And ironically, too, that's how you make the world a better place. If I mean, shit, why not? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't hurt, does it? My brother, does it hurt? I don't see no foul play in it. Us loving each other. You know what I'm saying? Catering, respecting each other. I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't know. I'll let you be the judge, but I mean, I'm trying to be fair, as fair as I can, to the best of my ability, nigga. I'm gonna always do that. I'll tell you this much. What are we doing? I chose to be the best version of myself, and it's a blessing in itself. The reward, it's in that in itself. That's why for me, it's like I'm glad a lot of things happen. I'm glad, like, I'm in a chapter in my life now where it's like, this is crazy. It's like, this shit is like a motherfucking lifetime story. Dealing with family members, other people. It's like, this is a lifetime story for me. That's the type of shit I'm like, yo, hey, yo, what the fuck? And it's like, and that's where I came from, and that's the shit I put myself. Listen, I'm a smooth motherfucker. Listen, listen, I found my beauty, baby. You know what I'm saying? I did good, nigga. Did good. Listen, I am a motherfucking success, nigga. I did good. I did great. Did excellent. I aced out the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? So much so. Listen, I walked through the valley of the shadow of death. I feared no evil, nigga. I came out with no scratch on me. Better than ever. You know what I'm saying? With the obstacle that people put in front of me for no reason. Oh, but hate. I mean, that is the reason. I hate. Again, this is the life, baby. hmm That's why you gotta carry your own cross. This is for the living. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is where everybody gotta put their own work in, baby. Dealing with a fucking narcissist mother who's been sabotaging my life, keeping secrets from me for 42 years, man. What does that tell you? It's like this motherfucker was it said it's like priority was to fuck me up. Literally. That's why it was done verbally, and then what I'm saying, like trying to fuck up my environment. And then now shit, it's almost like I left her no choice now. Then she got killed. But all of that is just me getting better and better though. And even that she couldn't do. Oh, listen, man. You tell me what side I look better on. This is such a sweet victory. And I did that shit in my sleep. In my sleep. Couple came at me and they couldn't even reach me. And I was sleeping. So my mom pretty much hired someone that I knew because now she was using my environment. Yo, this is all sociopath, criminal minded too. How she's preying on me. Yo. And I tap into her mind to look at her state of she's a true criminal. Obviously, what I'm saying, a nigga trying to kid. I mean, I don't know if I'm her son or not. There's a couple things, what I'm saying, I'm waiting for, the alphabet boys to let me know. Because there's a couple of confirmation that obviously I don't know about, even my own inheritance. You know what I'm saying? So, what I'm saying, but Spirit showed me a house and, you know, and some money. You know what I'm saying? This is a whole Cinderella story for me. It's always like I always knew it's like a millionaire, literally, is a poor millionaire. You see what I'm saying? Well, I'm living my life as a poor millionaire. A nigga that has a lot of money that I don't know anything about. This is listen. But I need, because spirits show me. I'm able to tap into the big things, but there's a lot of details that you know. I'll be waiting for the alphabet boys. Yeah, come on in, Nick. You guys are welcome. It's been a minute now. So trying to look into sabotage my life, and that shit is done intentionally too. It's not. This is calculated. This is all calculated ever since what I'm saying I was a shorty, and then she was one of the. And then she recruited and hired another criminal just like her. They share the same so, social shit, social path, psychology shit. They do. They do. Both envious and jealous people, and they share a whole lot together. No wonder why they were able to work together behind the scene without even me knowing what the fuck's taking place. But you know what? I stayed in my light though. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't looking back. You know what I'm saying? So I would probably have to say maybe around the 2017. I think that's when this shit started, or maybe, or no, but that's when my mom was asking me for my social security number, and then she told me there was another aunt. There was some such a fucking inheritance she needed to, like when she passed away. Then all that shit's intentional. She got my information. Then she gave it to that bitch. Now they went, forged my signature. I know nothing of what was taking place. Then this bitch got AIDS, came and trying to give it to me. And this is a motherfucker that I was just helping. I mean, I did fuck her once, because I knew her like, yo, like, but it's never like, because I knew she was trash, like she was a hoe, but I never treated her like any less. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, she wanted to be with me. I said no, you know what I'm saying? And that was it. And this bitch, obviously, and that's when I'm learning about her too, because I tap into the biggest mistake this bitch did was coming at me because she revealed all that shit to me without even knowing because it's all in her energy. And I'm a fucking psychic. So you're stealing from me. This shit is crazy. Then she came in trying to set me up. She technically pulled on herself when she came to me without even knowing. Nigga. And I'm like sucking I'm like, oh, she hated my kids. Envious. Jealous of me. I didn't even know that. And I was somebody, like, nigga, like, really? Nah, man. Not for me, baby. Come on, man. So somehow, due to my compassion, and I was trying to help her too, trying to give her a book because I know she was a hoe, but I couldn't tell her that directly. I find ways. I'm like, you hanging out with people that are not, not too doing it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but all this time, little did I know the bitch was hating on me. Like, fuck this motherfucker. I'm better than him. And all that shit. And I'm just trying to help. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? My whole even talking to her. That's why you know what I'm saying. I never really call her too though. May have known her just like I'm saying. I may have known her for about 20 years or over 20 years. Nigga, that 20 years. That would be once a year. We're gonna cut that to 10. If you see my number 10 times in a number, come on, nigga. Then this bitch got the nerve to think I was in love with her. This that was the crazy shit. Meaning she was projecting her shit. Crazy, 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 crazy shit. Oh. And came to find out as she brought herself to my fucking energy now, I was paying. Now I started paying. Like, I always knew there was somebody fucking with my energy. Spirit did show me. I said, no, she's a friend. No, she wouldn't do that. You know how spirit do. Okay. Yeah, all right. So it's like I had to. I'm like, I don't think so. I mean, I know she's a scammer, but I don't think she would scam me. Do you see what I'm saying? Because yeah, nah, it doesn't work that way. The scammer is scamming her friend. If you're a friend with a scammer, they scamming you, nigga. Thank you for the lesson. So that's what she taught me. It's almost like it's like I know she was a hoe. I know she's paying other people, but somehow, I don't think she would do that because I know her for a long time. But not just that. Well, I don't really know her to be honest. I don't know her, and she doesn't know me. Well, she may know more of me because of my mom. They forging documents. You know what I'm saying? So she may know my real parents. That there's but I'm not worried about that. I'll get it from the Alphabet Boys when they're ready. I'm saying? Because I did see a part of that documentation because it was written in French. And then she was saying some shit about her kids, other shit that I'm not gonna mention is for me, but it's looking good. Right. Listen, so now this is I'm telling you, lifetime shit, man. I gotta make a movie out of that shit. When that shit comes out, I know that shit's gonna get some light, man. First of all, I'm even talking about it before it comes out. And some of those boys, they may, how do I know, right? I don't know. I don't know. Lucky guess, nigga. And she was also doing voodoo too. When I say also doing voodoo, because everything is voodoo if you understand what that is. But anyway, but what she was doing though was spell work. You know what I'm saying? Because what they were doing, her when my mom hired her, right? It's like a group of them. You know what I'm saying? They killed people. They were working with crooked cops. Yo, this shit's crazy. Like there's a judge in it too. Ah, man, this shit is the shit that this bitch is involved. Like pedophile. She's fucking. I didn't know she was gay. Then when I start like what the. She's been hiding that shit. Bunch of shit, man. Yeah, and she's probably involved in some crimes. Well, they kill people. No, she do magic, maybe other shit, poison and shit. I don't know, but that's what's coming loud to me here. But anyway, fuck all that. I'm saying all that to say, and it's like here I am in the mix of this shit. I'm going through my journey. I don't bother nobody. You know what I'm saying? I didn't fuck. I didn't fuck her sister. I shit. And this bitch feel like she's entitled to me. How I don't even fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Like when I tap into her energy, it's just insane. So abusive. She was so abused. So now she's looking to abuse other people. Like I don't know who the fuck. Like, ah, shit. Entitled, huh? And she's doing all that. She thinks I'm gonna help her. Oh, I don't think you get it. Fucking you up. All the way up. Mom. Oh. Mm. Listen, the mistake was even think about crossing me, and then you did it, and no going back, dog. Yeah, you should have done it in the first place. That's how that shit works, man. That's how it works. But anyway, showing you this is where I came from, dog. Like at 42 years old, man, I'm experiencing this shit. It's like if I didn't have the strength or the stamina or going beyond it and seeing what's really taking place, seeing the hate in people, seeing how they stuck too. Because they became my study case too. I'm studying these niggas. Those energy vampires, the hate, the abuse that they had, and the fact that they were not able to cope and change. Now they became so bitter, they laugh at other people's pain. In fact, they're creating those pain. That's what criminal minded, dog. Like some shit, I'm like, oh shit, killers. They killers. Heartless. Like this bitch got AIDS, she's giving AIDS to everybody. Doesn't give a fuck. It's like I fucked up, so what? I'm gonna fuck you up too. Wow. And all of that is see how deep the pain is. So these are the people like this bitch, like literally. I wouldn't believe if you anybody were to tell me people would hate on other people who are happy. Listen, until I experience it myself. Because oh, I guess I just couldn't relate to it. You know what I'm saying? How you mad somebody else is happy? I just couldn't relate to it. But I get it. I get it. And I was able to tap into them and seeing that. It's an ugly sight, man. It's ugly. It's yuck, bro. Like, yeah. It's like that's why for me, nigga, like even my mom, I mean, I can't hide it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like all these motherfuckers, if I could be like, I never knew these niggas, I would. That's all. I'm cornered, bro. Like shit. I mean, that's the hand I was dealt with. But I'm glad it happened too, though, because it shows my beauty. But at the same time, it's like shit, nigga. I look so good. Yeah, but I have to embrace all of it too. But do you get the point of what I'm saying? It's almost like, damn, all right, it is what it is, man. It happens. Hey, man, hey, it is. You know what I'm saying? It is, man. It's a sad reality, but it's my reality. But I'm glad it happens too because again, you know, it emphasizes more on me. They working for me. They don't even know it. They make me look even better. They don't even know it. So you think about all the shit, all the bad shit they talk about. Oh, they about. Oh, listen, man. Especially that fucking AIDS bitch. Ah, man. This bitch is a whole and prostitute, right? Lesbian and all that shit. He thinks she's better than me, bro. And I'm not saying because you're doing that, like, You know what I'm saying? It mean that you low, but it's like, wow, wow. It's wild to me. Wow. They project everything. Yo, this bitch even stole my identity. I forgot to talk about that. When the IRS check out, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, whoa. I'm like, what the fuck? She did her taxes on. I don't know why that she did on me, dog. Yeah, it's almost like, cause nigga try to send me to jail, but but she was already caught. That's what she doesn't understand. Like, nigga, that's why anything you do, she's trying to send me to jail, nigga. How? They already saw you, dog. You don't think they saw you? You know what I'm saying? Why do you think I'm here? Come on. How do you think I'm here, man? It- 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 you're hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself. You know what I'm saying? And even, and it's like they all got together against one person. But they thought I was just one person though. But there's a whole mouth. I mean, that's a whole listen, I ruled the superheroes. They didn't know I was marvelous. I'm marvelous, nigga. They didn't know that. That's the part they didn't know. Listen, I come with a certain label on me, but they didn't see it though. That's their downfall. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? They wanted to squeeze the ball, my balls, man. When I tell you, like these people, what I'm showing in my mind, like and how spirit's showing it to me, it's like, and I'm getting their energy too. It's like they wanted to crush me to a motherfucking molecule, like to make me to a point where, like, nigga, like I'm begging, I'm like totally annihilate. I'm like, wow. And guess what's happening to them? It's happening as they wish, but they didn't know that. They thought they were wishing that on me. Oh, you gotta look again, baby. Take another look. I don't think I don't think you're seeing this correctly. Take another look. Look again. Take your time. Take your time. Look again. You know what you might want to do again? Take some more time. There's no rush. There's no rush to this. This is a going according to plans, baby. No rush. Take a look again. So early on, even when I started doing this, right, I always felt like there was somebody playing on my energy. Like, what the fuck? I try to warn them. I'm like, all right. You know what I'm saying? I did. So if you ever followed my early shit, you know what I'm saying? I told them, okay, if you think I'm pussy, but I knew there was some energy because I'm tapped in. They didn't know I tapped in. I didn't know who it was. And then even when the spirit showed me, I'm like, no, I know there's a whole list. I thought she had 99 issues. One was not it, but she gave me the 1% though. And like I told you guys, if you know somebody who's a scammer, if you don't stay away from that person is scamming you. There's no, like they say, there's no honor among thieves, right? There you go. And there I was trying to change the world, giving this bitch books. I'm like, yo, man, how the fuck? Like, cause she's Haitian descent, right? She's like the first Haitian American but so trash because of her parents are so. Her mom is so trash. She followed her mom's path. Like it's like her mom is stupid, right? And then she's following her mom. That makes her even more stupid. And her mom knows that she's more stupid. It's chaotic shit, right? Like, I don't even know if this bitch got a high school diploma. You know what I'm saying? Because I must have met her like just around that time for me, whatever the fuck, right? So I'm like, yo, man, you know what I'm saying? I can do a little bit of nurse, man. That's a year and a half. You know what I'm saying? You could get you an office job, you know what I'm saying? A couple books. You know what I'm saying? All this time, this bitch like, huh, all right, nigga. You think you better than me, huh? This bitch thought I was fucking soft. I'm talking about books and shit. Cause you came from she niggas, we the book out here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, I just mind my business, went about my life, going through my transformation, looking good as I always do, doing my thing, and then all this shit's taking place. So I'm guessing, I don't know when, but when my mom asked me for my social, that's when, and the intention, I think the shit started working. Because she used to invite me, yo, she was always invited, let's go to vacation. I'm like, bitch, vacate what? I mean, of course, I never said that shit to her. Like, I'm not gonna go to vacation with you. Okay. She's when I tell you a whole, bro, like, but again, I wasn't judging people now. I know I'm not gonna go to vacation with you, but I'll give you a couple books recommendation. I will support you if you're looking to do the right thing. That's why I was being a friend to her. And this nigga, all this time, gunning at me. I'm like, all right. You know what I'm saying? But just know, do you know where you at, stranger? She didn't know where she was at, though. You know what I'm saying? This is unknown territory for you, baby. You don't fit here. But anyway, nigga, some lifetime shit, man. And I'm going through my life, not paying attention to that. And then that's when I got to understand the psychological, the sociopath mentality too. Because, she was asking me to be her boyfriend. I said, relax, nigga. So that disappointment, because these motherfuckers, they don't take no for a fucking answer. Like, how dare you say no? Because they've been disappointed all of their lives. You see what I'm saying? The disappointment. That's why you see a lot of guys would do that too. That's when they got to a point where I asked you to dance, and now you think you some shit. Fuck you, bitch. So that's literally what this bitch did to me. Nigga, I feel like, nah, I'm not dancing. I'm sure I went like this to now, bitch. I'm not dancing. How bitch took it to heart. You know what I'm saying? So apparently, I've been doing that to her, right? That's hey, I just it comes with me. It was not intentional though. You know what I'm saying? This is different though. That's what it is. This is different. This is lovely. This is enjoyable. This is I don't know how to feel. This is this is victory, right? So if you can think of this being victory, like it's everything that it comes from. Celebration. See, you celebrated too fast. He'll say you don't know how to celebrate, nigga. See, this is a different type of celebration. But anyway, what the fuck? What the fuck was I talking about? Hey, we're gonna ride, nigga. Let that shit ride. Let it go. We're gonna let it go, nigga. So, but going back to, but I'm also dealing with people's shadow side. Mom's shadow, who was never loved, who never grew up too. Because you gotta, for you to grow, it's an internal process. And you gotta let go. To grow, you gotta step into new territory. That's why they always say, you don't want to be too comfortable and all that shit. This is all relating to your nature, to your growth, the person that you are. It's being said around you in so many different levels in different ways, but ultimately it's really talking about your essence. That's why you are a living mind. It had to be said. I want you to keep that in mind. Because if you're approaching it this way, then listen. Then now the word's gonna be made flesh. Then Jesus, now you understand, you gotta be, it is you. And if you are Jesus, guess what? The historical Jesus means nothing. The Bible means nothing. Or it could mean something. Well, yeah, I'm the Bible nigga. What you just read just now, it is accomplished. Isn't that what this nigga told you? It's done, dog. Come on, man. Like, do you even understand what you're reading? Don't make me question you, nigga. You don't want me to question you, because I'll question it. Trust me. I'm gonna let it slide, nigga. You good, you good, you good, you good, you good, you good. You didn't do anything wrong. Step out of time, baby. Step out of time. Read, nigga. Read. Read, motherfucker. You'll be good. So now, then when you understand that, when it's a consciousness type of thing, meaning it's an understanding, when you bite that, you become it. When you digest it, it becomes part of you. So that's why, the knowledge has to become a direct experience, meaning wisdom. You have to apply it in your life. The scholarship is to support your intuition. Because when we're talking about the Christ consciousness, pretty much that is your own potential that you tapping into. And that's why we're here. That is your true nature. That is who you are. So you are the form of the formless. And this is the type of knowledge that should trigger other people. Like I tell people, right? Not even I say to people. The Kabbalion calls material, like science, material science. And I love that term. I didn't want to say it. I just want to give credit to Kabbalion. Check it out. That should be your Bible. That is your Bible. Because that's the manual that helps you to master you. It gives you the seven hermetic principles, which is the seven, you know, you know, aspect of yourself. When we're talking about all is mental, well, everything around you is mental. You are creating, either you say Jesus is bigger than you, whatever you choose, whatever you say is greater than you accept it. And then guess what? And then it will be manifested into your life. Like I always tell people, if I were to become a 7 day Adventist, Saturday would have a different meaning for me in this reality right now. So as I'm doing this for God, but guess what I'm also doing? Creating my reality around you. And that's the dumbest I could do it. I don't know how low can I go. So even on that level, even when you're not conscious about it, you're doing it for God. But your God now is creating that reality for your ass. Now it's just a matter of knowing who the creator is, the true creator at this point. That's what the awakening is about. That's what knowing the truth is about. You gotta find your own truth, nigga. That's I'm just showing you the door. And I think, yeah, that shit was pretty wide open. How do you want it? But I believe in you though. I think you're gonna make the right choice. I don't know why else. I don't want to expect anything less from you. You know what I'm saying? And it's not gonna be disappointed for me, but because I understand, I only expect the best of you because you see the best in me. So should you fail yourself? Uh how did it miss it? Try again, nigga. That's pick yourself up. Go again. How do you want it, nigga? How do you want it? From them clocks coming through. What's up, nigga? How does it feel? That's what I tell these niggas, man. How do you want it and how does it feel? Does it hurt you? Is it painful? What part of your body is it hurting the most? Is it your heart? Your gut? Hmm? What should I tell them? You know what I'm saying? What part of your body is it hurting the most? Hold on. This is a celebration for me. Life is celebration. And I'm alive, and as being a Haitian nigga too, I'm radiating out here, nigga. That's how we greet each other, man. Like, it's 2 a.m. in the morning, niggas radiating, nigga. Hey, you took a break, nigga. Take a break, nigga. Nigga said I'll take a break when God's take a break. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, I gotta work because God is sleeping right now. That's why I used to do this thing with my daughter. Like I let her know, hey man. I said, can you please let God know I'm up now? So I'm taking over this whole shit. I just tell Dad, like, yo, relax. Just tell him that for me. Can you please? Come on. I said, God, I'm here now. You good, nigga. Take a break. Tell this nigga take a break, dog. Come on, man. You've been working what 23 hours. Maybe get 1 hour, nigga. Mm. So again, shit, nigga, I'm wilding. But anyway, it's just your spirituality, pretty much. That is your humanity, and your humanity. When you start looking at your humanity, then you realize it's not what it seems, because you're dealing with spirit, you're dealing with energy, you're dealing with all that shit around. Is that air that you're breathing? It's all electromagnetic around you. What's going on here? Do you see what I'm saying? It's more than what it seems. And if you understand going back to material science, like I was talking about, and that should be the foundation or the pivotal point for you to turn that wheel in term of, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that should blow everybody's mind. If you know anything about quantum physics, and now quantum physics is telling you, nigga, what you call matter is condensed energy. This is not a fucking occultist book. This is not the Egyptian talking out of their asses. This is not Buddhism. This is not whatever. This is not voodoo. This is none of that shit. These niggas are telling you. In other words, this is what they're telling you. Or shit, at least that's how I see it. It's not what you're looking at. It's not what it looks like. What you think it look like, this is matter. Yeah, 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 yeah. Nah, nigga. It's condensed energy. This is Maya, nigga. That's what the illusion is. And that should be the shit that like, and we go through it. I share the same space and time with my son. This nigga loves Spider Man. His definition of Spider Man, my definition of Spider Man are two different things. In fact, I'm sponsoring this nigga Spider Man. I'm like, right back, nigga. I'll sponsor that shit. So our reality while we're living, and that's why growth is, right? That's why you start to look at life in different ways. You're growing like that's why we say I as a kid I spoke as a kid, now as a man I spoke as a man. But that speech, that speaking is just transcending different realities within what you're looking at. Even when you're dating somebody, that's why it's dating such a complex shit. Because now it's not just you dealing with this motherfucker, but you're dealing with the mother what the motherfucker had to endure. So you're dealing with this nigga pain truly. Good luck, nigga. That's why to have a healthy relationship, this nigga got to work on himself or herself, whatever the fuck, and you got to work in yourself. This is all work here. No one is a fucking prize until you become the prize. Listen, man, it's all work. It's all energy. It's all active. It's got to be a direct experience. If Jesus is not actively, you don't have a direct experience with Jesus, you're talking out of your ass. There's no transformation in your life. There's no growth that's taking place into your life. Therefore, there's no truly consciousness that's taking place into your life. And that's truly what it comes down to. That's why you have to materialize your consciousness, your divinity, meaning the flesh. The words got to be made flesh. Look at the words that are being used. Made flesh. That's why you have a body. You are being made flesh, literally. That's why you have a body. I'll let you dwell on that for a second. I'll let it marinate, baby. Take your time on this one. Take your time on that. Because that statement is something you have to wake up to. Meaning you have to discover this shit. This is an aha. Like, I just said it how I said it because I had to discover that shit. Trust me. Nigga, I'm a bearer of good news. Bad news too for some, unfortunately. They did it on themselves. That part I got nothing to do with. But me, when I show up, it's gonna be good news. Other thing, the bad part, the bad news is just a reflection. I guess the good, I mean, shit, both sides. It is what it is. That's what makes us the equalizer over here. The justice got to be made. It's got to be brought to light. It's got to, man. It doesn't make sense. Come on, man. Mm-mm. Not over here, dog. Ah, no way. No way. This abuse, you know what I'm saying? That shit's got to stop. It's got to stop. And it has to be stopped by someone who never accepted that to begin with. That's why I'm making a stop through this. It's got to stop. It doesn't make any sense. And this is why this is happening too. You know what I'm saying? Now, you also got to understand while Jesus go through going up transition, Judas, they they got to do what they got to do. The regret and all that shit. Yeah, that's what Judas went through. This is your part. You know what I'm saying? Go look at what Judas did. He hung himself. I know you're thinking about that. Don't do it. You already did. You were already hung. So I guess it doesn't matter. But you already hung yourself. So to do it physically, it's I don't know. It doesn't matter. That's what I'm trying to say. So if it doesn't matter, I mean, don't why doing it? I just you might want to do something that matters. I'm just for once. Can, you listen? Even if you don't want to take it like a man, you still gonna take it though. You're gonna get it. You might as well take it like a man. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I tell niggas, man. If you know you're gonna go out with a bang. You know what I'm saying? However, your definition of that bang is. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to bang this way though, because that's gonna be a bang for you. However you want to do it. Listen, listen. It's bang bang. You choose wisely though, because this is what the shit is. How do you choose to lose? Because you already lost. Oh, you way lost, stranger. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm watching. I am entertained. Trust me. You don't have to believe me. Just trust me. And the shit I talk about is satisfaction guaranteed, nigga. You know it. Too bad it had to be you. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine looking at your mother like killing herself? I mean, not literally, but in a sense, literally, because competition or trying to set you up, and now she's going to jail. It's like that's what you did. What that got to do with me? Had nothing to do with me. How was your action, though? Oh, shit! Like all this time to finish up your life like that. Wow. You sure know how to lose. I'll tell you this much. You know what I'm saying? What is it? 39 years of failure, nigga? Then you fell in this way? Or 67, 60, whatever the fuck. You fell in that way? Man, how do you guys do it? I am. I mean, I figured it out, and I'm still puzzled. Nigga, I figured the shit out, and I'm still puzzled. Now, this shit's crazy. I know. How I feel. Wow. It's almost like you did all of that shit for nothing because you were looking at nothing. When you look at nothing, you get nothing. But when you look at pleasure, come on, man. You're looking at nothing, you're going to get nothing. That was the illusion. You fell for it. Wow. How do you do that? Because you got, I mean, please, I mean, I understand the ignorance out of it, but it's like, damn, that's where my compassion comes in. Man. Hey, all right, okay. Wow. Mm. But ultimately, what we're truly saying here is that, as you're getting to know yourself more, that's the key. To being able to look beyond the veil as you becoming more conscious of this reality. So let's just say, just like quantum physics tells you, matter is condensed energy. So it's not really what you think you're touching. So as you delving more into that, guess what you're doing? You're going over matter or you transcending matter. It's not by refuting it or rejecting it. You go through it. Then you're like, okay, you got to go through it. That type of understanding. That's when you're gonna realize truly your body. That's when you become one with nature. That's why the Egyptian. That's why we worship nature. We call nature our brothers and our sisters because of our connection. We learn from nature. The same lesson that is taught in nature is being taught in your life. Nigga, you reap what you sow, don't you? All right, guess what happens in nature? You let me know if you plant motherfucking mango, if you're gonna get avocado, nigga. You let me know that. You see, people who don't want to take accountability, they planting tomatoes. When they got tomatoes, they're like, nah, that's not what I planted. I planted mango. Well, let's look into the 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 document that was forged. Let me guess, you probably married me, huh? Oh my nigga. You know what I'm saying? You have insurance too. It was what? It was a mistake. All of that was a mistake. Damn. It's a big mistake. I know. No. That's what made this a big mistake. Wow. Listen, listen, I think the details is gonna fucking blow my mind up. Like in the sense of like, wow. The shit that these niggas did. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the details of, but that was presented to me. It's like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get me to go to jail. All that shit, bro. I don't have a scratch on me. Nigga, I think I look better. No scratch on me, dog. All this time. Oh man. when I tell you this, how sweet this shit is to me already, and these niggas think I'm gonna help them. Like, I don't think you know how I'm enjoying this, and I plan on enjoying this a lot more because it's pleasure to me. It pleases me, all of it. I'm glad it happens. I'm glad it happens. Not only think about it, you brought my wealth to me. I'm glad everything happened. And my connection with the divine too, though, because even with that, I had to believe in what they're showing me, and everything's making sense. And you know, we know what we know. Don't worry about how I know. All I gotta do, like I was told, just sit back, relax. The alphabet boys on my head, baby. You know where to find me. You saw my move. Yeah, that's for you. My moves was for you. You know exactly how to reach out when it's needed. And you will when it's needed too. I mean, shit, Judgment Day is soon. You know what I'm saying? And these niggas are cracking anyway. Telling you. They tell you everything you need to know. I know you building your shit, nigga. You doing good. Not for these niggas. I mean, I get it. I get it. I get it. You do what you gotta do, but nah, easy work. They dumbasses, man. These niggas, they just got a sea gel in front of them, and that's it. You have a lot of pussy motherfuckers who acting tough. That's who they are. It ain't no stone cold. I mean, they're all criminals, obviously. They're doing it. Maybe down the line, obviously, they're all working. They're all working their way up, though. You know what I'm saying? You still caught them at an early stages where they're not that cold, and especially these niggas being stupid too. So it's like this is a shit, nigga. I cracked the case myself. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you guys have the details, so you know what I'm saying? The bank shit, the whatever the fuck these niggas are doing. God damn. I try to do my taxes. I'm like, this nigga's like, yo. I'm like, what? I'm like, shit, what? Unbelievable, man. But anyway, yeah, man. It's that time, baby. Hmm. Come on. What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know. You know the time when it's that time. I mean, what are we doing? But anyway, listen, man, tap into yourself. What the fuck? It's almost 2 hours, man. Hey, I've been renting and talk all that shit. But anyway, all right, let's just summarize the whole shit. So we're talking about the form of the formless, which is pretty much the dimension of your dimension. It's almost like as you're exploring your dimensions, then you realize how non-dimensional you are, pretty much. Oh, excuse me. And what this is really talking about is you embodying and understanding your true nature. And one of the main thing that the Kabbalion tells you, even when they talk about opposite, they tell you opposite come together. Beginning and the end. Those are opposites. They come together. And there's someone called the Omega, the Alpha and the Omega. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, I'm just saying. You might want to look into it. And again, but that state of understanding, that state of consciousness, comes with you know, oppositions. That's also part of it. But most importantly, you going through different death, conflicts. I mean, that's why death is like, you know, you for you to always become your best version, and we all know it too. Even the motivational speakers are talking about it just to show you, because all these things are being said about you, and I'm glad when the motivational speakers are talking about it, because what they truly showing you now, they're not saying nothing spiritual, but then you see the spirituality in it. You know what I'm saying? You fell like fucking 8 times, or you get up the ninth, whatever the fuck, however the fuck they say it. They're just telling you to keep going, and not to let this reality dictate your reality. In other words, even not to let the illusion, in other words, not to go by the fucking illusion. If I'm not going by the fucking illusion, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna follow me. Even that's why niggas who gain success. That's how you moving by faith. I believe in what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing just like. And if the success has already done because I chose to do it. Now you might want to know about me. I'm extremely successful. So the success already done because this is already speaking for itself. And you do your best, you forget about the rest, baby. The rest is coming. Come on. Well, why the fuck not? Those are my seeds, nigga. Well, I'm a great farmer, motherfucker. Come on, what are we doing? Well, I know where I'm at. I ain't no stranger over here, nigga. I'm saying I ain't no stranger over here. Come on, man. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, Mike Tyson, shout out to this nigga. Incredible brother. And no one is talking about his transformation. This nigga went from being a stupid motherfucker, couldn't even speak. You know what I'm saying? He's anger, frustration from expressing himself. Now this nigga smoking weed. This nigga got no comfortable nigga to have a podcast. The nigga that couldn't even speak. The mute are now talking. Why do you think I'm spreading the word, nigga? Mike, I got you, baby. I told him that too. You tell him what you see. I'm telling you what I see, nigga. Mike Tyson was a mute that is now speaking. This nigga was paralyzed. Now this nigga's he's running. Oh, I see miracles in my life, nigga. That's not a miracle to you? Do you see what change and transformation can do? They asked this nigga what was his best time. The nigga said jail was his best time of his life. Nigga, yeah, you got $1 million. Nigga said, nigga, listen, man. This is the nigga that had the $1 million. Wait, you know what I'm saying? The nigga that had the $1 million answered you. And then you said, nigga, you got $1 million. And then this nigga said, I had it all. I lost it all. Then I realized the denominator factor. I mean, the common thing was him. So he's the success. Or this nigga, listen, this is some God shit. Now, this nigga's so much of a champ. He's a champion outside of the ring now, nigga. So what you were seeing, how he was knocking, he's truly knocking niggas out right now. The fuck down too. Oh my, come, Mike. Listen, man. I bob and weave, nigga. I bob and weave. Come on, man. Peace to the God, man, nigga. I see you. Come on, man. How do you not respect that? How are you looking at things? This is a nigga like the news is just like, you know what I'm saying? And they still trying to use him too with the airplane shit, but none of them will talk about his transformation. The gossip, you know what I'm saying? You already know. As if his transformation, and that's not part of, he's talking about himself. This nigga smoking weed. Like, Nick, this nigga in itself, here's the truth. Just like, if you want to know I'm the truth, I'm the fucking truth. You know how you know that? Here I am smoking and drinking and talking this shit to you. That's what makes me the truth, nigga. Meaning, there's nothing in what I'm doing here that's telling you to follow me. I simplify the shit, I put it right in front of you. So, really, my message is for you to make that shit yours. How else would you be conscious? How else would you master it if it's not yours? You could talk all you want. That's abstraction. You sound good. But to those who know, you know what I'm saying? She's not even close. You know what I'm saying? That's why talking about Jesus and living a Jesus life are two different things. And if you're talking about them, you're not living them. Now, when you live in them, you could talk about them too. But that's different. You already live in it. You just gotta let a nigga know. Like I tell niggas, sometimes you gotta let niggas know. It's just part of the process. That's part of you being emotionally balanced too. You know what I'm saying? It's not personal. I'm gonna let you know, dog. Do you know where you at, stranger? We're gonna leave it here. Haitien, bra, malé.